right, Isaiah, thank you for those social updates today. Right now, we're going to get kicked off with our roundtable segment for the day, where we're talking about the National Truck Driving Championships that just went on the last weekend, an event that I didn't even know existed in Indiana until I saw Mike Coble from Tenstreet post about it. So, Mike, thank you for joining us today. I got to get your thoughts. How was it being at the Driver Championships? And tell us a little bit about the event.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm so grateful that Tenstreet allowed me to go and spend the week with these wonderful competitors. These drivers were safety first. They were competing, and they were not, it's not a yay me, the heck with everyone else. They were about their teams and their co-drivers and their friends. I mean, I saw so much compassion for each other. It was just a wonderful, wonderful week.
And we've got Ingred Brown with us as well, who is our host of America on 18 Wheels, professional driver herself. Ingrid, you were also at the championships, and word on the street is that one of your best friends was actually the winner, the overall winner of the competition there. Can you tell us a little bit about who it was and what they do and how they won?
Hey, good morning, Kaylee. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, everybody. Absolutely. I'm so tickled. Roland Bullock, that is with FedEx, is the grand champion. He also has a national title, and I believe this is Roland's second grand championship. And how I know Roland, and we're literally two peas in a pod getting in trouble, is he's my what we call classmate of the TA Petro Citizen Driver Awards, and we were awarded in 2018. So he and his wife, Shirlene, were with me, and we've gotten to be really great friends, and he's amazing. What Mike's telling you about the support and that kind of thing, Tina Rogers, she's a senior public relations with FedEx, she comes to all the events. So watching her come to the event at Walcott for the Citizen Driver with them shows that support. But Roland's dedication to being a driver, and Roland, I mean, he just lives with the fact that he doesn't do this to prove something to everybody else. He does this because of his love and his passion for what he does, and he's just that good about it. I mean, he's so humble and huge-hearted. I talked to him this morning before we even got into this conversation, or Bill contacted me to talk to y'all this morning, and he's on vacation this week, and he's just so humble about winning this award, but it's so well deserved.
So, Ingrid, sticking with you a little bit, Roland has logged 2.5 million miles of safe driving during his career. This career spans 40 years. And of course, your driving career spans a long time as well. Can you put in perspective a little bit about how much of an accomplishment it really is to log that many safe miles, what it takes to do that, the kind of dedication that it takes?
It takes every single second that you're behind the wheel being a defensive driver. You can never, ever let your guard down. You can never, ever not drive ahead and forward of what you're doing. And I know that as well as me or anyone else that has had success, that we have that for today. That's not an always. I always say that I've been successful with my career. I haven't had an accident yet. It can always happen. You never, ever think that you're invincible. You're always just grateful for what you have, and you just keep striving and doing what's got you where you are today. And Roland does the same thing. That's one thing that we really talk about a lot, is making sure that safety is our number one function of a driver.
Absolutely, exactly as it should be. So, Mike, coming back to you, you guys at Tenstreet, of course, focus on the driver hiring, recruiting, retention side of employment. And seeing them participate in events like the National Truck Driving Championships is really a testament to companies that support their drivers really, really well and support them not only as employees, but as people with individual interests. Can you talk a little bit about how that was something that you gained out of going to the Truck Driver Conference or the Truck Driver Championships and seeing the support from these companies on their employees?
Oh, yes. Several VPs and CEOs of large carriers were there to support their drivers. It wasn't just lip service. I mean, Tamara with Yellow, I saw her down shaking hands, talking to her drivers, congratulating them. They were truly happy for the successes their drivers were having. And like I said, safety, that was preached throughout the week. And these guys were just so skilled and so good at what they did. It was amazing to watch the competitions and watch the, people that were just proud for their other competitors. And the carriers, ABF, FedEx, CEOs that were out there shaking hands with their drivers, congratulating them, patting them on the back, hugging them, saying, "Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. You did great." It's just, that was such a great feeling. It was like one big, large company picnic.
I love that. And with that, so this question is going to be for both of you guys, but starting off with Mike, there's several series of events that go on during a truck driving championship. There's parking, and there's, closest to this, and there's safety maneuvers. Can you talk a little bit about what was your favorite event to watch, or what you thought was the most fun thing? Same with you, Ingrid, but I'll let Mike answer that one first.
The S-curves, where they put a strip of tape on the ground, and they have to get within so many inches on the left side and on the right side of their tractor. And they did this with step van. They did it with every, class that we had there. And to watch the skill that these guys, or guys and gals, maneuvered those trucks with was just precision, and it was perfect.
Ingrid, what about you? What do you think was the best event that you saw?
Well, I wasn't at this championship this year, and I hope that hasn't clouded anything for what anybody thinks I saw, because I have been, and I've participated, I've watching. Here's the crazy part. Kaylee, they even, people take stuffed animals and set on the line to see, how close does a truck come to that, that mark. It's the precision. It literally blows me away. I don't care, 43 years in my life, and knowing Mike for over 20 right here, of us driving together years ago, the precision that you're going to see and that we watch with this. I know I got to see some stuff from the Missouri finals this year that it'll blow you away. You think, and you'll hold your breath whenever they come around and they start trying to hit or do hit these marks. That just literally is like, how do they know this? I mean, it's literally a finesse perfection.
And so then last question for both of you guys. Mike, I'll start once again with you. There were a bunch of rookie drivers who attended the conference this year. Let's see, 22 rookies competing at the National Truck Driving Championships this year. So new drivers entering the industry, this could be a recruiting tactic for them, saying you have the opportunity to come in and to show your skills. Can you touch on just a little bit about how important that is to show these new drivers entering the industry that not only are you valued for what you can do for the company, you're valued for the skills that you bring to the table?
Well, not only that, but the winner a couple of years ago was actually from the rookie class. The grand champion was. And so it doesn't matter if you've, got a few miles like Ingrid and I. And yes, we did truck together over 20 years ago. Now I've been in the office a while, but, it's amazing to see these young people coming into the industry. The ATA did a fantastic job promoting this. They didn't use the stuffed animals this year, Ingrid. They had little rubber duckies. And one of ours that was in the den that I was over, he brought the rubber ducky to class and had all of his classmates and contestants sign it. The camaraderie, the experience is just, it's unmeasurable. It's like something I've never seen before. Was so proud to spend a week with these men and women that truly love the industry. They were competing, but everyone that made it there was a state champion, and what it took to at least get there was huge. And the new drivers, old drivers, everybody pulling together, helping each other, kind of reminded me of the days, Ingrid, back when we hauled produce out of California years ago.
Yes, you're exactly right. And, I'm going to throw into here, this is the type of training, because these rookies get that training they need to do this competition. they are, I mean, they are highly trained and given the opportunity to be trained. I would love to see this whole industry give that type of training to all new drivers, rookies, new entrants, whatever we want to call them. Because, like Mike said, we had that opportunity because we were given it from each other years ago. Now, today, we probably don't give it out as much as we should, but I feel like schools and companies should take all of the new rookies and give them this high quality of experience, because there's tons more that are out there that are just as proficient and can be and excel just exactly like the ones that we're competing.
Ingrid, should we look out for you next year in the competition field, or will you just be standing back to watch it again?
Oh, I'm going to say this. I love what I do, and I feel like I'm good at what I do, but I honestly don't think that I could even compete with these drivers myself. I really don't. And it's not a fact that I'm less than. It's a fact that, they are just massive perfectionists and have that down that, we're all proficient in some area, and some of these of not running over the little ducky probably is not my proficient area. We want him to keep floating. We don't want him to be squished.
Awesome, guys. Well, thank you both for joining us on this roundtable. Super exciting to hear about these opportunities in the industry. Best of luck, Ingrid, for you with continued safety. And Mike, thank you for joining us from Tenstreet as well.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
All right, we're going to take one last quick break, and then we will get you out of here on this Monday morning.